real solitude all by yourself.
How's it going, everybody? It's me, Brett, also known as Lifetime Vibes from the Loser Squad podcast. I'm here with my co-host Roy and my co-host Chris.
Hello.
How you guys doing?
I'm doing okay.
It's me. Yeah, me too. I'm doing pretty good.
It's been forever since we've recorded.
Yeah, it's been a little while since we've last recorded. Today I just woke up and then so like around 1 p.m. I woke up because I have a really bad sleeping schedule on the weekends.
Yeah, of course.
And then I played some games, and now I'm doing
He's
this.
been playing League of Legends. Ew.
Yeah, League of Legends. Ew. Nerd game.
Truly disgusting.
How about you guys?
I've literally only been I got my friend to watch JoJo, so we've just been watching JoJo. That's it. So I have nothing to talk about.
Word. Yeah. What about you, Chris? How's your morning?
It's been alright. I've just been up to, the usual gaming stuff, just fucking some Minecraft, some fucking, Payday, the usual.
Oh yeah, I bought that
recently.
Oh yeah. So we were playing that the other day. Yeah, a little bit.
And then you left. I mean, I was gonna do the hardest mission with you with the car shop, but you just dipped. It's pretty easy. Yeah, but yeah,
we can do that a little later. Maybe when this is over, we'll get a fellow friend who can play with us. But the reason why I left the other day was because I had to go and see a movie with my dad called Good Boys. Do you know about
Oh
that?
yeah, I watched that.
You watched it?
I went to the movie theater with my friends to go watch the movie.
I think I remember.
It's pretty empty nowadays. Looking for movies that's pretty fucking empty. Does your movie theater have
it was packed?
Does it? Is it?
It was. Yeah, it was. There wasn't any movies other than Good Boys, I guess, right now. So when we showed up, the entire movie theater was full, even after all this time. After it being out.
Because with my theater, it wasn't that packed. I usually thought that with these kind of movies that it would be packed, but I don't know. It's just dead. I mean, but doesn't your movie theater do the thing where if you buy a ticket you have to reserve a seat or something, and then they started doing that.
Yeah, we had to sit all the way in the front because we showed up last minute because we didn't think a lot of people were there, and it ended up being full.
Yeah, that's why.
And we got the last 3 seats.
Yeah, and I think they do that. They did that system to prevent people from stealing their way into the movies, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah, and then also there being sneaking their way into the movie, and then there being more people than there is.
Yeah.
So it's proof that you have this is your seat.
Yeah.
And there's no duplicates. But when it came to my movie theater, it's been down for a really long time. It's been out of service, and it's kind of been just sitting there, and you see it has the old one, I don't remember the name of the movie, but it's had the same movie and hasn't been changed because no one's owned it. It's just an empty building. And recently the college campus at our place has bought the movie theater to go and refurbish it and get it running again. So hopefully it'll be as nice as it was 13 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
I actually haven't been to.
So we had to go to one really far away.
I haven't been to a movie theater since Rogue One came out.
Damn. Man.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch.
I hated Rogue One too. It was just like Star Wars before it was what happened before the first movie that came out was about.
Damn, that's dumb.
It was dumb. It was not fun.
But yeah, when it comes to the movie Good Boys, do you see Roy?
Oh, no, I just told you that. I haven't been to a movie theater.
It's about.
All I'm saying is Trixie's a skank.
Which one was Trixie again?
The one the blonde boy wanted to go for, and then that happened.
Blonde boys too.
Wasn't she gay?
Yeah.
She was holding hands with
yeah,
him.
And that was so funny. Just the part where he just goes out with another girl, and then it turns out that the girls he liked were, yeah.
It was that movie. For the first 2 minutes, I sat there and I was with my dad and my brother, and I sat there for the first 2 minutes, and I was like, oh my god, this is not gonna be fun. But it ended up being pretty nice because the jokes were incredibly cheesy, but they got pretty clever like midway through. My dad kept on bringing up at the end there was like a swing for sexing.
Yeah.
And they were just using it as a normal swing.
I mean, what's it called? When I went to go see it wasn't that packed, like I said before, but like there was just some girls in the back that were just obnoxiously laughing, and then there was this fucking there was this fat guy at like the
right behind
and then there's like this fat guy at the far end of the theater who just laughed like ha 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 or some shit like that.
That was a lot of people were laughing in my theater actually. Like when the jokes were funny, we all laughed. When the jokes were dumb, we all like sighed pretty much. And there was there's a lot of teenagers there that they did not look over 18. So I don't know how they got in there. Isn't it an M-rated movie?
Let's find out.
No, it's rated R, and basically the whole thing with
R-rated.
The whole thing with rated R is that nobody checks like IDs or anything like that. You could just buy your ticket and go inside.
Yeah, I guess.
Or we just looked old enough and we just got in there. I mean, and my friend looked like our dad or something. I don't know.
Nice. But yeah, it was just like a bunch of teenagers there, and there was like two groups of teenagers at the same time yelling like nonsense. That looks like it was one of those movies where it was like it had its times where it was just like, okay, you can calm down, this is dumb. But I feel like if you're like high, like the kids right next to me were, like the entire time, it would have been great for them. It was insane. But
thank you for joining my cult, Brett.
I joined your cult. Roy sent me a cult invite.
Yeah, on Discord.
A cult of joy. What the fuck is this? Yeah, but yeah, when it comes to just having free time and being able to do stuff like go to movies and stuff, it's been hard. Just being stressed out with school and stuff. That's mainly why I've been out of it for the podcast a little bit, because I'm kind of running it.
I mean,
and setting up all the dates. So
that's pretty understandable. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's just junior years. God, it's hell. Jesus Christ.
Senior year isn't funny either.
Senior year's funner than junior year. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, you're more careless. Cause like this is my
this
is my senior year, and it is since last year and sophomore year, and I started like it's the more difficult years, and then when you get to your senior, it's more easy, you know.
You can relax because colleges don't give a shit.
My
anymore.
friends went to a boxing ring like during one of their offs. Senior year is pretty easy so far.
I have 8 periods of school.
You still have 8 periods of school?
I have 8 now. Yeah.
You have 8? We had 8 in middle school, and then when I went to high school, it turned into 4.
Well, no. Yeah, it's supposed to be 6, but I am missing a few credits, and it's my senior year, so I have to take those by the end of the year.
Nice. Well, actually, it is 8, but it's like 4 full periods, and then sometimes they're split in half. But usually it's just a 4-period day where your main academic classes are going to last the entire period. So if you're going to have 4 academic classes in a row, then you're going to have only 4 classes that day.
My school just has like 7 periods, and like the way it works is like well, basically here in my state, you have to have like 22 credits to graduate, and each class is like a quarter of a credit every quarter. And so basically freshman year, the total you could get is 7, sophomore 14, 21, and then 28. So essentially you can be very close to graduating junior year. But some people are like, fuck it, I'm gonna do my thing and just do whatever.
Yeah, there's definitely people at my school who are already. I can tell they're not gonna be able to make a lot of colleges because of how shitty they're doing this junior.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of people like that too. I think I know.
With me, I screwed up. Oh, what? Continue.
I know a couple people that I feel like might drop out. I think.
Yeah.
I know like what, maybe.
I know
like
someone
3
who
people.
dropped out.
Oh.
Yeah. With me, I feel like my freshman year and sophomore year were really bad because I didn't have a good time adjusting to high school and actually caring about school and stuff. But I feel like if I'm able to carry through this junior year, I won't have to drop out, and I might be able to go to college and stuff, which will be nice.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, for real. But I have to really grind it out this year.
Technical college would be really good for you. Like, I've already changed up what my career would be, and instead of painting cars, I'm gonna estimate cars, which gets a lot more money. So that's what I'm gonna do. But for what you're doing, Brett, I feel like you'd be better suited in like a technical college.
Yeah, it's a lot of like a dream versus reality thing where I really enjoy forensic science, and I wish to become like a forensic scientist in a certain way, and find my specialty in that. But which is like detective shit pretty much, but when it comes to that, it requires a lot of skills in science, English, and math, which I'm good at math, but I'm horrible at English.
What?
I'm not that good at science. So, but when it comes to me, I feel like even though a technical school would be the better choice for me, it's not really what I dream to go into.
Yeah, I say that. It's better off, but it's more better to like do something you're more comfortable with instead of going for something that's more easy or something that is far from your reach.
Yeah.
So but it is like with forensic science, you could always do it, but like the only problem is that you might not like enjoy it afterwards because you don't understand like some of it, and you'll just get frustrated with what you've chosen, and even might get depressed because of it.
Yeah, when it comes to, especially right now when you're a young age or we're a young age and we have to figure out what we want to do with our life for the rest of our life, and it's going to be really hard to change that. It's a lot of pressure. I've been going back and forth a lot between that, going into school for a specific thing or doing a technical school. So
my ears. Sorry, something just opened on my computer for no reason.
Oh,
nice.
So yeah, that's I mean, all I'm saying, Brett, is maybe like just go for whatever's comfortable with you. Don't necessarily just.
I want to figure it out senior year, but I'm gonna try and go to work my way up to being able to join or go into like forensic science and stuff and find that as a career path. But if I don't make it as well in my grades, and if I don't figure it out, I might have to like I said, might have to go to like a technical college.
I see.
So yeah,
I get it. Yeah, just go with whatever you're comfortable with. Just don't overwhelm yourself. Don't think about it too much. So yeah.
What about you, Roy? What's in your future?
I hope audio engineering. That's what I like a lot.
Audio.
That's what I've been doing my past 3 years, 4 years. Just not like audio engineering as in building, but like audio engineering as in like just helping friends with their music and actually making it sound not
producing.
Yes. Well, not producing, because producing means like
mixing.
Yes, mixing.
Yeah, I get that. So like, you're planning on going to like a school for that, or
I mean,
for college?
just go to a regular college, but have that as like my major or minor or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, just for like a nice backup or something.
Yeah, because I don't want to.
When stuff doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't
out.
want to just screw myself.
That's the best way to figure it out. But yeah, when it comes to all that, when it comes to studying forensic science, even if you don't make the forensic science specifically that, there's also the science below it that isn't forensic.
Yeah.
That's you can get a job for and figure out that for that, which is like a lot less complicated stuff that you don't have to overthink about.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, school and stuff.
School.
Let's talk about some cool stuff though. School is lame,
Talk about Epic
dude.
Game, not Epic Games.
Let's talk
not-
about
not
gaming.
like
Gaming.
Gaming.
Like, we always have to have a point every podcast
Where we talk about gaming.
And you guys know about the Kakarot game?
No.
Oh yeah.
Christmas. It looks great.
Yeah.
It looks great.
All I'm just wondering about is just like the DLC for Kakarot. You know,
Is
it's
that like a
just
Dragon
like,
Ball game?
Yeah, it's.
It's a Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
game.
I'm only wondering about that because like from what I've seen from Kakarot is that what's it called? That most of the Dragon Ball Z story is gonna be in there. Like Saiyan Saga is gonna be in there, Frieza Saga,
Yeah.
Android Saga, and then Majin Buu Saga. But then I'm just wondering, are they gonna add like the Dragon Ball Super arcs? Like you got the one with Beerus, and then you got Frieza, and then you got the tournament with Universe 7 and 6, and then the Goku.
It feels a lot like was it Budokai Tenkaichi 3, but like with a lot more when it comes to free play stuff. I'm not really I don't really know a lot about what's going on with that when it comes to just like battling alone. So like if you want to start up a game against your friends, or is it mostly like a
I think it's
game?
mostly like story mode, and I think maybe there might be like a multiplayer kind of feature, but like it's not like you like get like stats and all that. I think it's like ranked and all that, and everybody's the same or something like that. But it's an art.
It's gonna be a lot less like Xenoverse, where you have your own character and stuff. And
it's an RPG, so I don't expect much like multiplayer kind of thing. But it's potential that they might like like make like a ranked system where like you could pick your own characters. Because from what I've seen from the gameplay, you could play as Vegeta and Gohan. So all I'm expecting them to do is let you play as every character. Essentially in like a multiplayer kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, it would have been nice to have something like Budokai Tenkaichi 3 where there's like a large roster of characters that you can play as, like an incredibly large roster of characters you can play as that's also online. Even though it's hard to balance all that, I feel like it would still be a fun situation. And competitive, you can, I guess, like ban characters maybe, I don't know.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But for sure, yeah, like with games like that, because I grew up playing Budokai Tenkaichi 3 like all the time with my brother on my PlayStation 2, and now that my PlayStation 2 doesn't work, I don't really have a way to play it, so I'm just like, well, what am I gonna do now? I'll just wait for the next game to come out.
There's online online systems you can like do like online ROMs and just put in your like old games. You have to have like a strong enough PC. In fact, what's it called? There's this one program you can install in which you can play with your online friends. And so you start up your system, and how it works is like you both start it up, and then afterwards one person hosts, and then the person who wants to play plays on the person's host like if they were there.
What's like how the
what is it called? Parsec?
That's how the Dolphin emulator
I think
works.
it's called.
Yeah. I forgot what it was called.
There's Parsec, which is like does emulation and online games and or like Steam games.
I need to look this up.
But like Parsec is like I never got parsec to work. I think we tried to do it together, Chris, or was it someone else?
I think it was you and me. We were trying to play
yeah.
Cuphead.
Oh.
We were trying to play Cuphead,
Yeah.
and it just didn't work out
crap.
because it was acting up.
I'm trying to look for the what's it called, the program, because like I saw this one guy called Rhyme Style. He was playing this game called what's it called, Dragon Ball Z Infinite World, and essentially he what's it called, he used this system called parsec to play with his friend, and oh yeah, it's called parsec. Yeah, so that's where I found it, but I don't know how it works at all. So
yeah, I might want to figure that out later.
Yeah.
I might get a
host
like some,
because like if I do it,
some PlayStation 2
because like if I'm able to hook up like parsec, essentially what me and Soviet can do for when we're recording like gaming videos is like we could play Cuphead, and we could play like fighters or something like that, get more like footage.
Games that usually would be
you need
local multiplayer.
Yeah, exactly, because
only you can play online.
Because isn't Cuphead not local multiplayer?
It's only local multiplayer.
It's only local.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So like if he's on there, like
Couch
we could get
co-op.
some footage of just, you know, dumb shit. So like, you know, that'd be a good concept. I just have to figure out how like parsec works and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to manage a lot of consoles at the same time, especially if you want to record them, because usually the best way to do it is just get an Elgato and connect it to your computer and figure it out from there.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, it takes a lot of work to go and get the console connected to the Elgato and have everything work out, because usually it's not going to work out. It's usually going to have some problems the first time you're going to try and do it with a different console, especially with me, because I own a lot of different older consoles. So if I want to record, I don't know, Pokemon Snap on my game, or was it N64?
Yeah.
Nintendo chip.
If I wanted to record something like that, it's going to be a pain. So when it's all done on the computer, through emulation, totally legal.
That's illegal.
And,
Is it?
I mean, I bought the game. I should be able to.
Yeah, that's
I
what
mean,
everyone.
you have
It's
to.
usually the way you want.
You have to have the license.
Usually the way you're supposed. The way you're supposed to emulate games is that you're supposed to transfer the game data from your disc onto the computer yourself. But usually that's just a pain in the ass, so I'll just download it offline.
Oh yeah.
You're
Like,
admitting to a crime.
Because that's like the only legal way to do
I
it
mean,
yourself at home.
Isn't there a way where you can like transfer like the license to a different game if you have it? Like you have the same game, but one doesn't have a license, and you want to like transfer the license. Isn't there like a system for that?
I don't know. I've never heard of this.
I never heard of this theory either.
I don't know, but I heard it somewhere where you can like transfer like the license to one game to another. I think it was on Steam, because like I had a game called Star Wars Republic Commando, and I wanted to play it on PC, and it works a lot on PC. But the thing is, you had to have like some kind of code to like transfer it onto Steam. So what I figured is that the license is being copied to my Steam library, and so I legally own the game essentially, instead of like bootlegging it from like, you know, online stores or shit like that, you know.
Yeah. Free ROMs online. Free.
MU
.com.
Paradise, come back please.
Yeah, I used to play a lot of what's it called, mobile, like Nintendo console games, like, or not console games, handheld games, where like I used to play a lot of Pokemons on my computer, but I couldn't find a way to get that working for old games like that, so I used to go to EMU Paradise, and I remember just one day it stopped working, and I was so confused, and then like a month later I found out that like it was all broken.
Nintendo.
And there's a lot of there's a lot of other websites where you can go and emulate games or download emulated games. But the problem with those ones
They're
is
so like
there's
sketchy.
a lot of them that will purposely make the main download link, like there's the big download button.
Yeah.
That will usually give you a virus, and you have to click the small little download button below it. That's under like a drop down.
Yeah, it's really, but it's
stuff,
pretty,
and it's just stuff that you're supposed to know. I
yeah,
guess,
it's pretty easy to get a virus, but like something I really recommend if you're like downloading ROMs is like usually those are ads with the big buttons. So you should look around where the download is, and if you see like a little box, like a big box that has like an X on it and the download link is within the box, that's a red flag, and don't click that. And if you see a box that says download and there's no like X's or anything, that's from the website, and you just check back check everything, before you download everything.
Even some websites that I've been on before purposely have a download button right next to a drop down where you get the real download button, because they want like, if like a company is gonna go and see if they're making or giving out doing like illegal shit, like get those emulations, they'll just put an exe on their computer and fuck them up.
Oh, yeah.
One of the main things is if you get an exe, just don't open it. Just delete
yeah.
it. EXEs never work.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's pretty easy to get rid of it. Wait. So like if you go to a website, the only thing they could steal from you is what you put on Chrome. They can't put like a virus on your computer if you click on the website, right?
Yeah, they can't.
Yeah, so
they must get something downloaded onto your computer, and then you have to open up the thing you downloaded.
Yeah,
and that was something I didn't understand when growing up and being dumb.
Yeah.
So I'd always open up everything that was downloaded onto my computer to see what it was, instead of just checking out its name or checking out using my brain at all.
I guess if you want to download something, don't download it on your main browser, or use an incognito tab and go to the ROM, so that if you accidentally go onto a website, you can like not have any information.
If you have information on Chrome, they can sell that information.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I mean, if you're on Chrome anyways, your information's going to be sold by Google.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's dumb. It's so dumb. Fuck Google.
You guys didn't use like express settings for your Windows 10 setup, right?
No, why?
Cuz like the way it works is with the express settings, Microsoft essentially like boots up your computer and does everything it wants to do to your computer. Like it gets information, every keyword you type from your keyboard is just sent to them and all that. So like essentially if you do express settings, Microsoft's doing whatever they want to get information from you. Very, very sensitive information.
Yeah.
Like maybe you typed in like your social security number, they have that. If you type in your credit card, they have that. So
maybe when Chris types in hentai 12 times a day.
Yeah, the second I put in type in hentai, like
there's
they
stuff
just see
that they're definitely doing that definitely isn't like shouldn't be illegal. Like they're doing some dumb stuff. Like
I don't know.
They're allowed to know what's on your computer, but they shouldn't be allowed to know.
No, because the thing is that like you're agreeing. First of all, Well, first of all, you can disable that.
The agreeing part.
You could disable all that, which I did. So they don't have. Microsoft doesn't have any of that information from me. So essentially, what I'll do is just like put all that. But like with express settings, you're agreeing that Microsoft can do its custom installations, and you only have to figure out what they did later on, and that's pretty dumb. So you can't like do like express settings because of how dangerous it is and how risky it is to like do that. So you have to go personally do it. I mean, you could disable it even if you like typed in like express settings. There's a video about it. I forgot who made it. Nerdgasm Nerdgasm made it. And essentially, he just talks about how to like protect yourself from Microsoft stealing all your information. You know.
Yeah. It's so
I,
complicated to figure
I sound
out.
like such a redneck, like talking about aliens and shit. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, the aliens are over at my farm stealing my cows. No, but you were saying,
The
bro?
gay frogs, they're
True
watching.
though, man. 'Cause they don't care about you. They'll sell your information usually for advertisement stuff. That's usually what all the big companies are doing right now. YouTube
Facebook.
or like just Google in general, who owns YouTube and all
yeah.
that. And also Microsoft, just a bunch of websites that have ads on them will usually steal your information to get the target demographic, which it's some of the stuff you don't have to worry about, but some of the stuff, especially what Google's doing, is just like ridiculous.
I heard on and I agree with Swagger Souls on this, but like on Misfits, he talks about like the internet and the dangers of it. But like, essentially, what we should do, because of how dangerous the internet is and how sensitive your information is on the internet, essentially what he thinks is a good action to do is teach like young kids how dangerous it is to be on the internet and like to be careful about like ads and all that, so like their parents' information doesn't get stolen and potentially their information doesn't get stolen, you know.
Yes. So here's what we
I
do.
feel like
Yeah.
So we get them to leak their information, and we kidnap them,
Oh yeah, 100%.
and then we bring them back.
then we teach them a lesson.
we asked the kids what their social security number is to help SpongeBob stop Plankton from stealing the Krabby Patty formula.
This is actually just an ad for our new product.
Hey, guys.
To protect the children by teaching them a lesson by kidnapping.
Hey guys, it's me, your boy Chris. Today we're gonna do our ad segment, and I need your help. I can't beat this game of Payday, and I need your help, and only you can help me. With your help, I can save the world. All you have to do is type in to the 3 boxes down below your social security number, so that I can use that number to power myself up, and then type in your parents' credit card information, security number, and expiration date plus name, so that I can essentially power myself up exponentially by that level. So go ahead, kids. I'm running out of time.
He needs to go Super Saiyan, dude. Like that one image I keep on sending you.
Yeah, I need to go Super Saiyan.
Chris is going Super Naiyan, and oh no, he mad.
Oh yeah, guys, listen, I need your help.
Guys, go into the description where our coffee accounts are, and give us each $1.
Send-
Coffee account?
Doesn't Bill
None of us
doesn't
do.
Bill have like a coffee account?
I know Rav does.
Cause like I remember giving Bill $1 and saying notice me, and then no, I was literally one of the only ones to like do that shit, cause nobody has done that. So then he unlinked it, and I was like, damn, I wasted $1 on this fucking slut. So yeah,
Jesus.
I'm playing.
I know. But poor Bill.
So,
I love him.
I mean,
Bro,
I don't know.
I used my Twitch with my Twitch Prime on Pokemon. She said my name.
She said my name. Oh my god!
Dude.
I recorded it with my OBS.
No, with my VHS camera.
You think?
My camera, I pointed it up to the screen. My iPod camera.
Do you think we're in a position to like talk about like EXO? You know, like what's going on with it? Do you think we can like?
We've reached a point kind of where we've separated ourselves. Well, we've been separated with EXO, and I
Yeah,
feel like it's been long enough where we can actually like say
Yeah,
anything
I
about
wanted to
EXO.
talk about it.
I don't even know what's going on. What are you talking about?
I'm 100%. I don't like EXO anymore. Like the people there are cool. Like I'm not
EXO's
saying like the
boo-boo
people.
head.
I'm not saying the people or like
You're
I
saying
have
like the
anything
Discord server, right?
Discord, music, well, some of the
Really?
music, just basically
We-
everything. You could talk about.
Their newest music, I feel like isn't really doing as well as it used to be. I feel like when it came to Vestiges especially, it was just like I felt so like betrayed kind of by that. I know it's kind of dumb, but
I was
yeah, it's just like 2 new songs and a bunch of old songs, and they're selling
yeah,
it.
it's basically like selling B-sides, but like I was very disappointed as to what I got from B-sides. Like I was really just like, is this really all like Rav's got to offer for me, or you know? And I was just really disappointed with the album, and then like, what's it called? And I feel like they're more dedicated to like, what's it called, to their YouTube channel,
The podcast
and their
YouTube
podcast,
channel.
and that's a good thing.
Not even podcast, just gaming videos.
Yeah, and that's a good thing.
They can do
they
what
can
they
do whatever
want,
they
but,
want,
like,
but the thing is that like,
good for them, but like,
they
man, they've been doing the music thing for such a long time, and it's reached a point where their main audience is the people who originally were there for the music, and now it's like super mega kids.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
and like,
Oh well.
what's it called? And fuck, what was I gonna say? Sorry. No, yeah, it's just their views have been declining a lot recently, and they've been starting to lose it. So from that point on, they also have been making like the same jokes and the same thing every time, and they just try and like, well, not to say that they're leeches or anything, but they try to like, you know, stay alive by like grasping onto like new,
onto the super mega.
yeah, that
the whole
too,
Super mega
and like
jokes.
they also like
They grasp onto these super mega jokes that that wasn't anything to do with them, and they never really made their own jokes, and it got really repetitive.
yeah, and then like I feel like the fan, well, not to say that the fans did a bad thing, because the fans are fans and they do whatever they want, but like I feel like the fans kind of had some kind of influence to this, because then they're like, oh yeah, if we keep this up, we'll keep growing because everybody loves it. And from that point on, I kind of just lost my whole, like, well, not to say respect, but like my whole view on them. I kind of just like was like, didn't vibe with them anymore.
We originally liked them, and I guess they kind of just changed in a way where we no longer enjoy them as much anymore, because they aren't doing the stuff that they used to
Yeah,
do.
exactly.
But I mean, that's
100%.
fine though.
You know, we're allowed to have that opinion, and they're allowed to do whatever the fuck they want, because we have nothing to do
Yeah,
with
exactly.
it. But well, we kind of, oh,
What?
nah, not really. But
No, I get
when
you.
it comes to their music, they can always redeem that. It's just maybe right now they're in a like area where they're trying to keep up with this whole YouTube thing, and then they'll start making music again and continue on doing what they're doing.
Well, the way it,
and maybe they'll figure out how to deal with, you know, actually becoming better YouTubers, because they've blew up and then they became YouTubers, which is like never a good thing.
I just knew them before as like one of my favorite rappers, but now I just know them as Chibi Chubby.
Social media influencers. I'm not saying that name. It's so I'm gonna keep on calling them We Don't Suck or EXO.
Yeah, 100%.
Because that's just a dumb name, and it was a way to transition into it's fine to be monetizing, but like, and on their videos, but like the Chibi Chubby thing was just, I feel like, a more of an excuse to rebrand themselves into a gaming channel and less of a podcast, because now the podcast is We Don't Suck, and the gaming videos that they're making a lot more money on is the Chibi Chubby stuff.
All I'm saying is they do suck. Like
Jesus.
like
They do
like,
suck.
Like
Yeah,
actually, like now, like no offense,
If there's
but like
one thing,
they do suck.
well, I do see it. I see
Yeah.
it differently. I think it's probably just a transition period. It will eventually. I think it will probably where.
Yeah, they could work it out, but right now, during this transition period where they're becoming they blew up and then they're becoming YouTubers.
I think they'll
Yeah,
realize that.
If they figure it out and realize something.
Yeah, and
what was it?
I'm also trying to not.
that you're about
I'm
to
also
say?
trying not to say that like, oh, Bill and Rav bring back old EXO. All I'm saying is that EXO is, well, not to say that it's bad right now, but like, it's just destroyed essentially. You know?
When it comes to their fan base and their community, I feel like it's gone to a point where it's unredeemable because they're officially gonna be the super mega leeches pretty
Yeah,
much.
essentially.
Yeah, well, that's...
Not saying that they're purposely leeching off of super mega, but it's gotten to the point where
their community wants them
only
to
have a lot of super mega fans and all the old people like left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And I'll still be listening to their
Oh yeah, me
music,
too.
but
I love
Yeah.
when
their
it comes to their podcast,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be caught listening to their podcast anymore. I'm not going to be caught watching their gaming videos.
I sometimes don't even want to be caught listening to their music. Like sometimes when I'll be in my friend's car,
because they're associated with this YouTube channel.
yeah,
now.
like when I'll listen
Yeah.
to them in my car, I'll just skip the song, you know.
Mhm.
Except Ramona. I liked Ramona, so I'm still.
Oh yeah,
still-
that's
I love
that's my
their
favorite
music.
album
Their
of all
music's
time.
great.
Yeah, exactly.
New Moon
I'm
was really good too.
Wanting them to make more music. That's my problem. Is that I would much rather have them make music. And
Yeah.
be less
I agree
focused
with
on
that.
this like YouTube thing. Even though it's good for them monetarily,
Yeah.
but like,
But like the bet,
and they're allowed to pursue that. But I hope
they just come
you know,
back.
that they'll be able to have a comeback and be able to produce more music while also being be able to gain money off of this YouTube
Yeah.
thing.
Oh yeah,
And also probably
100%.
be more independent from anything else and just kind of do what they want to do instead. You know?
Have their own
Yeah.
community.
I'd
that
really
they
like
can
that.
have come
They
back.
used to have a community. It's just that they lost it. Essentially, and now
They
they're
lost a lot of the community because we're sick of the super
yeah,
mega
and
kids.
now they're
Yeah.
just like, oh, do you guys like Super Mega? Oh, we were on their podcast too, you know. And that's essentially how I view Bill and Rav now. Back then, it was just rappers, and now it's Super Mega leeches. Not to say anything bad about them. They're cool people, but like this
Yeah, I really
whole
love 'em.
YouTube thing really just like changed them in a sense that I just don't really vibe with them that much anymore. Imagine we get a shit ton
It
of
feels-
dislikes for all this.
Yeah. We're not saying we don't.
It feels weird.
Yeah, it feels weird.
Recently, after all this happening, and now all of a sudden, there's people who will see Kill Bill and Rav a lot differently now. The fan base,
Hopefully,
because they feel blessed by the chance to talk to them. Like
Really?
I've talked to them a couple of times, and it's got where it's like, oh, what's up, Rav? What's up, Bill?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
with the new super mega kids, they see them in the same light as super mega, where they're these like busy guys who will bless them with the chance of being able to talk to them for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's so dumb.
weird.
Like hearing these people who are like, wait, you've talked to Bill and Rav before? Oh my God, please hook me up with them, please.
Yeah,
it
that
please.
used to be
that's-
like that.
It's super weird.
I just talked to them.
And now
dude.
people are just like, oh, you talk to them? That's really nothing, dude.
I know. And that goes the same way for, you know, something that's kind of unrelated that I just kind of want to talk about is my friend who not my friend, I know about him. He was on EXO. His name was Dauntless. I think Beans knows him too. He's a friend of mine who's a freestyle rapper and also a YouTuber. Even though I never knew him for any of the YouTuber stuff and also like the freestyle rap stuff, because I just liked him because he was a cool dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like I've met a lot of people who seen this guy who only has a couple thousand subs and will literally do anything to, you know, get me to introduce them, when I'm just like, just join the VC they're in and say hi,
Yeah.
and then you can talk. I feel like a lot of people with EXO and with my friend Dauntless is that they overhype talking to these people who are just normal dudes.
Yeah.
And like they have talent and that's it.
Yeah, I know, I get it. Yeah, I'm not to say that I wish that they went back to the way they are, because there's no going back. But like,
there's no going back, but also it's just it's nice to see them successful and stuff. But you know, they need to bounce stuff out.
Yeah, I just wish they went back to the way they were essentially, but like nobody can get what they want, you know.
No.
You know, so yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say about like Bill and Rav. You know, I just really, you know, like I said, miss the way they were. You know, just talking to them and shit. You guys, Brett, you were there when I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh with Bill, right?
Wait, what? Hold up, my earphones.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I love Yu-Gi-Oh.
I love Yu-Gi-Oh.
What kind of deck were you using against Bill?
I was using a what's it called? What the fuck's it called? Ah, crap. What was I gonna say? You know, Fabled.
No. What is that?
Fabled's like a discard deck in like, you know, so it's kind of like Dark World, but you know, yeah, I was just playing bad against him, but I let him win because not a joke. I let him I just let him win because I felt bad.
Wait, what?
I felt bad, and I didn't want him to like lose. Like, I didn't want him to be like, "Oh, you're a jerk. Like, you made me lose and shit." Like, I didn't want that.
I don't think like he would do that.
I know.
He's not that kind of guy.
I know, but
what are we talking about?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
My headphones
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah. Nice.
So yeah,
I tried getting into that. I just I want to get more into that, but I just don't have a lot of time.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
I get
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh yeah, I kind of lost it when I was playing a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. I just after the new meta, I just kind of left, and I'm just all I do is just watch people play it. That's it.
I just play a story mode like against bots online on like a Yu-Gi-Oh game that I play.
Oh yeah,
It's called I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
Legacy of the Duelist.
I tried picking up like those solo games like that for Yu-Gi-Oh to go and become better at it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
I was trying to teach Brett how to play. I remember that.
It's
I was
called
like,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
Legacy of the Duelist.
I'm willing to do like another one. It's just that we haven't had
Brett's
time.
been my best student so far. Like everybody else either just dozes off or just does some dumb shit, and I'll just leave him in the dust. But Brett's been my best. He's been on point with this shit.
I figure it out. I haven't, missed one of the points he has said yet. I still remember, even though it's been like maybe a week or two since we last done it.
Oh yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anything else?
There's definitely a lot more games that I need to pick
Some
up
random ass
and
guy
stuff
just
like
added me
that,
on
but-
Steam.
Oh, nice.
Who?
Some guy from Peru.
Some guy from Peru, is that his name?
No, his name was like Mini something.
Mini
I
Lad?
don't know.
Yo,
The official
Mini
lad
Lad
from
Oh my
Vanoss
god,
Peru?
guys.
Bro, I see his ads on YouTube and shit, and it's so
What do you-
dumb. He does ads
What?
for these like mobile games.
I have
I
ad
see-
block on always. So what are you talking about?
He does ad blocks for these mobile games, and Mini Lad is a
Epic gamer.
quite the character. He's an epic gamer.
Who's Mini Lad?
He's a
You don't know who Mini Lad is?
I'm not really like.
He's friends with like Vanoss and like H2O Delirious and
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
I haven't watched him in forever.
Yeah, same.
I think I stopped watching him after he started doing like
you know what's
Reddit videos or
surprising about
whatever it was.
Vanoss though?
Hmm.
It's surprising to see that he's still growing, even though a lot of people
He's-
outshelled from watching him.
It's been so long since I've watched him, and I see him in my like recommended like once in a blue moon, and it's just like seeing the views and how he's still consistent.
I'll
It's-
admit
it's
something.
amazing.
Like that.
Still with it. It's crazy to see because I completely like stopped thinking about him in my memory.
I'll admit something. I've never watched a
It's been
single
since, like,
Vanoss
Black
video.
Ops 2. I watched him during
okay.
the Black Ops
So
2 days.
basically, what Vanoss does is like he just records like gaming videos with his friends, and like They all
Okay.
have a good time. They have a good laugh, and like it's just dumb shit.
It's just genuinely funny people who every once in a while have like really good zingers, and then they'll put them in a compilation video.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So like
For, like,
Swagger
10
Souls and
minutes.
Fits or whatever, but probably
Uh,
less.
Yeah, it's like a
Kinda,
probably
but
less like
No,
less
controversial.
edited. Like basically, it's just like he records it and he'll like clip like funny parts and put in sound effects and all that.
Yeah, he's the person who started Funny
Yeah,
Moments.
it's like-
got it,
pretty
got it.
much.
Yeah.
So I feel like if it wasn't for people like Vanoss and Delirious, there wouldn't be a lot of people who are like Fitz and Swagger.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's just when it comes to them, I feel like it's a lot more tamed version of Fitz and Swagger. Like the Vanoss crew is a lot more tamed.
Yeah, they're more
And,
nice and all that. Wow, you got
they're a lot less
you,
toxic.
you got Swagger Souls like saying like, well back
Beat
then he
women.
used to say
The bad
yeah like
words.
the N word like the hard R in a rap, you know, like that kind of
Yeah,
vibe.
it's
Or just the whole video
Yeah.
where he was doing VR where he was beating the virtual girl.
Oh yeah, I remember
yeah.
that.
That was pretty
Jesus
bad.
Christ. Yeah, like it's just the nicer version. It's like kid friendly. Like, hey guys,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can come over to my channel.
That's how I see it too. Oh well.
they definitely had a moment. I feel like where they were being a little bit edgy, but they were never as edgy as Fitz and
Yeah.
Swagger in like every
They-
video. that they do today.
Fitz and Swagger like know that they're offensive, but like
That's how they make their money.
yeah, that's
Their comedy is purely from racism
Yeah.
and
It's the
and-
same with
and
mine.
shit.
Like mine just comes from pure.
Oh
racism.
yikes!
Oh,
that's how I
no.
started
Might
off.
not be a
That's how I
thing.
started off with humor. It was just pure racism. I'd say the N word sometimes and all that, you know. And then-
Okay. No,
Cool.
you've gotten a lot better when it comes
No,
to
like okay, you may
being
seem like my
wild, edgy.
toxic behavior, but like you don't want to see how I was back in like 2016 and all that because
Yeah.
like back then I was highly toxic. Like I would say like the N word and I'd say okay, no offense to anybody, but I would call people that said they were gay a dyke on fucking Gmod. But yeah,
Okay.
you know. So
Yikes.
so yeah, that's how toxic I used
There's
to be.
definitely I definitely wouldn't specifically go to people who I had my time where I was calling people the FAG word on Call of Duty Black Ops 2 growing up with the Xbox 360, but usually there were like straight 20-year-old black men who would call me retarded.
Well,
So it was alright.
I mean,
if there's one thing that kind of like pull this into a full circle when it comes to that Good Boy movie,
Mm-hmm.
it was weird watching it because recently I was put into like the wrong thing for hockey by accident. So I walked in and I noticed it was a bunch of 8-year-olds and so I left.
So you
later
beat
on.
them all.
you
just, like, destroyed
So I
them.
beat them all up. I played hockey as I would as a high schooler and beat up all the little 8-year-olds.
You start checking
But
them.
it was no. Let me get to
Oh,
my
sorry,
full
yeah.
circle. When it comes to Good Boys, and just generally being a child, is that the way they got the characters in Good Boys seems very realistic after seeing what I
w-
saw at hockey, where they were calling each other fucking retards.
yeah, I was gonna say that too.
And,
It's
like,
pretty realistic.
FAGGOT.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Um,
pretty realistic because like that's how I grew up as well. Like I used to, you know, do innocent shit, but never knew it was bad. You know.
Yeah, say bad stuff and not know the implications. Yeah.
Yo, black
so,
man, you're the N word. You know that
So
kind of.
just
stuff.
being yikes. But
Yikes.
I never did that, but
No.
growing up, you don't really understand the implications of your words, and so you say stuff to be funny and to be edgy,
yeah.
and after a while, it does seem to be a part of you, and then you're like, damn, am I really a bad person? And then you like hit like high school, and you're like, oh wait, nah, that was just me being dumb. That was me being a dumb
8th grade
child,
vibes.
Eighth grade vibes. Ooh, eighth grade.
Lifetime vibes.
Eighth grade
Lifetime
vibes.
8th grade vibes.
Lifetime
We're
vibes.
going full circle.
Me when I vibe check and I shoot someone in the head for not vibing.
Lifetime vibe
just
check.
shoot someone.
I love that image that I keep on sending. It's just a dude saying vibe check and shooting a guy in the back of the head.
Wait, what?
What about
Or pointing a. He was pointing a gun at the back of someone's head and just saying vibe check, and the guy was just sitting there.
what about the one where
Did
it's
he actually kill him?
it's a
Oh,
cartoon?
No, it was a cartoon.
Oh,
I
okay,
think.
okay.
What about the one where it's Dio with the stop sign and it just says vibe check?
Oh yeah, and he smacks the shit out of him with the. Or doesn't he like stab him in the shoulder with a stop
No,
sign?
no, he tries to decapitate him.
Oh yeah, he's about to like hit him, decapitate him with the fucking stop
Yeah.
sign. Yikes!
What a way to go.
Stop signs are dangerous, man. They're hella pointy. I was holding a sign. I think I've said this before. There's a sign at my school that I took, and it was like I was walking home with it in the rain because I didn't want to bring it with me on the bus, and it was just a normal sign that was like no idling, I think it's called.
No bullying?
No bullying.
No
Oh, no
idling.
Oh,
Idling.
no
Like
bullying.
car.
You cut out, so
it
that's
was
why.
like a no idling sign, and so pretty much it was just I just took it. It was on the floor, so I just took it and then went home with it, and I cut myself on my hand with
Ooh,
it
thine.
because I was holding it without anything like protecting my hands.
It's
or
like,
anything. So those things are dangerous.
They'll
man.
kill
I was,
you.
I was laying in my bunk bed, and I had a road sign above the top bunk bed, but there's like a little bit of a gap.
Ooh.
And so I had my foot kind of hanging off of the edge on the other side, and the sign actually fell and hit my pinky toe so hard that it cut off part of it.
Yeah.
Yikes! These signs are dangerous,
Dude,
man.
watch out for signs, guys. If
Watch out
you
for
see a
signs.
sign-
They're out here plotting
if
something.
you guys see a sign, be sure to call your local police.
If
And-
you see a sign, make sure to drive faster.
yeah, you know my brother.
If you see a big
It's
red
funny-
octagon
It's-
sign that says STOP,
Yeah.
it means go, like run. You better run.
It's funny.
You better
It's
get
funny
there
you were
out
talking
of there
about
as
that,
fast as
Roy. My
possible.
brother, he was turning. I think no, he was driving at a good amount of speed, and like there's a sign that said slow down, and he crashed into the fucking sign. so that's epic. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sister, when I was very young, and she was also very young, she was about like 17, 18, she took out the mirror of like the side of one of her cars, and it just completely was swiped off. It was like the mirror wasn't even put on yet. It fell off like a goddamn Lego piece, you know?
You just hear the Lego piece
Just
sound.
popped off.
Like the
Yeah,
from
like
Star
from
Wars.
Lego
Yeah.
Star Wars, where it goes.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. We're at the hour mark. I
That's
think we
great.
can end this.
Yeah. Well, we're back, boys. We'll try our best.
We'll
We'll try our best to
consistent.
upload
usual
more.
weekly uploads.
Yeah.
But because school and stress and stuff.
I think I'll be
But
uploading Tuesdays.
We're back,
now.
and we're gonna try our best to re-upload. This
Wait,
has
wait,
been
wait,
Lifetime
wait, wait,
Vibes,
wait,
also-
wait, wait,
Oh,
wait. Roy was saying something. You were
I
saying?
was saying
Roy?
I was thinking about making it Tuesdays instead of Mondays. That's it.
Ooh.
uploading Tuesdays instead
Yeah.
of Mondays, so we have like more time
Yeah.
to edit. Yeah, editing is also one of the hardest parts for this.
Oh yeah.
But also being there for an hour and talking is just like mind numbing. But yeah, we're almost at the hour mark, so we're gonna go and say who wants to say the funny.
Hey, Roy here. I just wanted to make a quick little editor's note on there. I don't really think EXO is really going downhill. I think they're getting used to their new situation. It's only been like what, a few months, and New Moon came out recently too, like December of last year. So I think Vestiges was rushed, and obviously, but I don't think that they are actually going through a decline at all. I think they just are getting used to this new situation.